had to fire this guy halfway through the biggest project that I've done yet, huge 3,000 square foot house that we had to like rip out walls and add bathrooms and stuff. And here I was like, crap, I don't have a crew. The next deal, I had a huge pain point. I had the wrong contractor in place. And, we ended up behind schedule, over budget, and the entire workplace was it was a mess. It looked like a war zone went off, right? Luckily enough, oddly enough, my wife's ex-husband was like, he speaks Spanish, right? So we called him. I'm like, I need some Spanish workers. And we're like, do you know any Spanish guys that would be willing to step in and get some work done? He's, well, oddly enough, I just got laid off. I could use a job. So long story short, I was forced through that pain to build my own, internal organization with that. So he's now my full-time project manager.
Oh, cool.
And we've multiplied into 2 teams where we have 2 teams working around the clock. We got just sold a flip. We got 2 rehabs underway, and we close on 2 next week. So we'll have 4 projects going on right now.
That's exciting, man. That's really exciting. Are you, because there's a lot of wholesalers, and of course the market really does matter, but there's a lot of wholesalers that used to be flippers, rehabbers, and a couple of years ago they're like, hey, I'm switching my whole model to wholesaling, and then eventually they'll probably switch back as the market caters that for them. Are you, what's your outlook for the next year or 2 years for your business? Do you feel that there's still a good runway for rehabbing in your market? What are your thoughts?
Yes. So talking about, market and seeing the shift, right? I mean, if we could all see it, we'd all be rich, right?
Oh, yeah.
I can confidently say, I think we have another good summer, at least. I'd be shocked if we didn't. Summer is just hot. It's prime time. Everyone's out buying houses. So with us approaching those months, I have enough confidence in what we do, our ability, and with the market where it's heading, that I'm willing to leverage a little bit. After that, election season, there's a lot of unknown stuff. All the hype about the coronavirus, which I think that's just a publicity stunt.
Oh, yeah.
We are in an election year, right? Like, I understand, the public's worried and stuff, but mainstream media just filters all the fear down to us, and it's a sense of control, right? Yep. So I get it. The market, kind of took a dip. I don't really play in the stock market as much. I'd rather buy houses, but
I was a little departure. I was looking at a graphic this morning actually, and the graphic showed the last 5 or 6 big virus scares and the stock market dips. And it was like the Zika, the Corona, or not the Corona. Yeah, Corona was in there. You name them. Like there are a bunch of them the last decade. Every time, man, there's a massive stock dip in all of them. And the coronavirus stock dip isn't even the biggest one. It's not done yet. I think it's probably got another couple weeks in it. But that's just one lesson right there. I think you're 100% right. Is how do you look past that, the facade that you see in news or the facade that you see out there, and really look at the fundamentals, right? And that's one thing that you're doing in your market. You see, hey, here's some things that might look scary or might look great, but how do I really look the fundamentals of this market? And I see, I'm strong on it for sure the next 6 months. And then after that, we'll kind of pull back and reevaluate. It sounds like that's kind of what you're doing.
Absolutely. Cool. Got to be smart, being able to try to see into the future.